welcome to Campaigns of the Plains. Thank you for joining us again on this season 2 of Monster of the Week. Our heroes are flying to Istanbul on a last-minute chartered flight on a Concorde jet. And as they rocket across the sky in search of Kronos and of Adam, the man who has betrayed them, we wait to see what will happen and if they'll be able to catch these fiends and demigods that are wreaking havoc across the world. Before we jump in, make sure that you check out all of our social medias, whether that be Facebook or X or TikTok, Instagram. We appreciate all your likes. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform so that you get new episodes of us delivered right to your device. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump back in. So, then, we see a dark, older Victorian style house, but the middle seems to be carved out, and there's just this drab decor everywhere. And really, the center of the entire ensemble is this throne pushed up on a dais, and you see a balding man wearing a nice but simple suit, swirling what appears to be red wine in a cup and taking a sip every now and then. And in a growly voice, he answers phone ringing next to him and says, "Raleigh here." And he waits a moment and he replies, Good. I anticipated he would reach out to his old contacts sooner rather than later. You know the plan. Hold the jet for us. Be there shortly. And he hangs up the phone as the form of Henrietta walks in and says, Well, Lotus, your plan seems to be working out. Coming right where we want them. And the body of a person of Lotus. Well, of course. Gray is nothing without all his content. Vaughn, it's almost too easy. Well, shall I get the others? Yes. Get as many as you can. Not going to them gate this time. And so back to the now. We are on Concorde jet. It has just rocketed off into the air. And you are settling in to a relatively short flight to Eastern Europe. And the captain comes over the speaker and says, All right, go ahead and settle yourself in. Going to be a pretty short flight. Hey, if you want any snacks, I stocked up the stewardess section with a few snacks, and I didn't make any coffee before he took off. But help yourself if you want some. There's a couple of cans of Coke in there as well. Just, help yourself, make yourself at home. And thank you for flying. What are y'all doing?
Is New Coke still a thing?
Yeah, no, that hasn't.
I hope not.
It wasn't very good. Is it back to the regular old Coke formula?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think you actually skipped over New Coke.
No, I think we were right around
It
here.
was like just coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you dodged a bullet.
Woo!
Cool. I'll have one of them Cokes then.
Okay.
What kind of snacks are they? Are they like old man snacks or are they like good snacks?
There's a bag of pretzels, like not the little mini like packages like you get on the airlines, but an actual like big bag of roll golds. And there's also like a jar of peanuts, and there's also a already open and slightly dried out bag of Swedish.
I'll take the Swedish fish. Slightly dried out Swedish fish are the best way to have them.
Yeah, just dunk them in your Coke. They'll dry or soak up the moisture.
Do you want some?
No, that's fine.
It's so nice that Gray has these connections, and he trusts them so well, and they're so helpful to us.
It's Coke 2 now, actually.
Coke 2? Wait, I'm just drinking. What? 2? Where's what? Why not just original? Does it taste different than original Coke?
Coke. So they rebranded New Coke into Coke 2.
Oh,
okay. So
And
it's
then
still New Coke.
That finally phased out in 2002. But I think they did bring back.
I'm pretty sure they brought back
original
classic.
Coke. Yeah, that's why it's probably still called classic Coca-Cola. Well, now I'm disappointed.
They've gotten better with branding too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yes. What you were saying?
Well, you're just your contacts. It's nice that you have them. So we can, or else who knows how we would have gotten all the way out to wherever we're going. I don't remember anymore.
Constantinople.
Yeah, Istanbul.
Well, I'm sure we would have found some other way.
It would have been a longer way.
Yes. These contacts do make things very convenient. I will not deny that, and that's why I have them.
But do you trust them?
There's always a layer of trust. I think it's important because if anyone wants to continue to do business, they need loyalty.
That was a very businessman answer.
When you get deep into the, we'll just say, the fancy term everyone likes to use, the criminal underworld, that's really all it is. Just one big business.
Probably why Daddy made such a good politician.
Well, politics is not much different.
Does that mean that you're going to try to take Daddy's place as a politician now?
I do not have such ambitions. While politics may seem like a grand, fine, I guess, power, it's far too public.
And yet he got away with being an really, really old, some kind of being the whole time.
Well, how long was he in the public eye, though?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I didn't write that in my backstory.
We're not flying over Saudi Arabia right now. Are we on this flight path?
I'm not the one who planned it.
Oh.
What's going on in
But
Saudi
he said this would be a short flight, and I'm not sure how that's possible.
What's going on in Saudi Arabia?
Right, you guys have been gone. There's a little thing called Desert Storm going on right now.
So is there like a really big mega tornado going on down there, or?
No, it's a war.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we don't want to call it a war, obviously, but it's a war.
Are there soldiers fighting each other?
Yeah.
And it's a war.
Well, it's about as much of a war as the Cold War was.
Well, it's good to see that things never change.
But I mean, there's
can't
more open
possibly-
hostilities than the Cold War.
Of course.
Do people like this one or not like this one?
It's on the fence right now, but I'd say not.
Okay.
But if we're flying over there, I'm really worried that, like, you know,
Should
the U.S.
we try to shield the plane in some way?
Well, I
We're going
can't
really
see
fast.
why
Maybe they
we
won't
would be
notice us.
going that far.
I hope not. I
don't know if you have to fly over Saudi Arabia to get to Istanbul, because I have not looked at a map recently. And I don't have it memorized.
Well,
I just don't
unless
know if we
something's
have any.
changed. They shouldn't have moved.
I don't know if this is a we're going straight there kind of flight, or if we're making stops and changing directions, because
If
as
we were making stops, we would be much further north and somewhere in Europe. So
Do we need to make
that's the
stops?
hope,
and
but I
change-
don't know where your connections are. No offense.
If we had to make stops and change directions, wouldn't that mean that we were being followed? We're not being followed.
No, like to gas up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Maintenance on the plane, that
you
kind of
You
thing.
need gas to make the plane go.
Oh no. About 20 years too early for that.
This one does not fly on magic.
Well, I don't know how big of a gas tank it has, but if you said we could get there in a matter of hours, I would assume it would last, because you can fly from one side of the United States to the other side of the United States in one tank of gas in plane. So I mean that's like a 12-hour, 7-hour flight, right? So we'll find out, won't we? At least I know the magic cast and people will be safe in the event of a plane crash.
I don't know why we didn't just portal.
Well, nobody wanted to do
No one
that.
offered.
No, we did. We're trying to do the research on it.
No, they did, and that's why I came to you and asked for a plane. I'm not comfortable.
I was not
with their
aware
magic.
that anyone
Says the man
offered.
that
Oh, yeah,
Those
we
all
were
the time.
talking about it.
My own powers.
We were looking up research to learn how to teleport long distances.
It might be useful information to have, long.
Evers is still doing the research for us on our behalf, so that if he figures out something, we can practice it later, at a later time. Because instant teleportation, I feel like, would be really useful for us. I mean, you wouldn't have to rely on your contacts as much, but
We don't have any reason for cars or road
Well-
trips or
That's still.
well, it depends on how much of our magical, like,
Listen, I've seen enough Star Trek to know that that's just space magic, and that
are you calling
Bad
it a
things.
space switch?
that bad things happen in teleporter accidents probably happens with your magic too. I don't want to
Well,
get
no, but
splintered
see-
into a wolf
but
or
see,
something.
Like, but that's science magic, and we're just like cool girl magic, and our magic's obviously better than science magic.
Yeah, because there's nothing that could go wrong with your magic ever, right?
No. We've never had any complications that we didn't intend.
Right.
Except that one time that Olivia and Henrietta fell out of the plane.
Yes.
They
We
fell
got-
out of a what?
They teleported to the outside of it accidentally and then plummeted to the ground
we survived for
Safely.
obvious reasons.
safely.
All right.
Did you catch yourself with magic, Olivia?
Unconsciously.
Something like that.
Well,
Actually, I think, well, anyway, here or there, we crashed that plane. Not a problem anymore.
So plane cursed?
No. I don't remember the context anymore as to how it crashed, honestly.
Okay.
Do you?
really rather not talk about it.
Okay, so you chat away for the next couple of hours, and you you look out the window and you can see the ocean just zipping by in the clouds, and you also time start to see land again and make out the shoreline, what you assume to be the Mediterranean. You start floating over landmarks that you assume to be France and Italy. And around that time that the pilot comes out.
Good for him.
What's that?
He makes
Oh,
jokes.
yes.
Uh-huh.
He came out. He exits the cockpit and he turns around. My God, are you high?
Yeah.
I mean,
Just caffeinated. Just caffeinated, that's all.
Who's just medicated?
He turns around and fidgets with the door a little, and then he, leaning against the door of the plane, says, "Well, I heard you talking earlier about Saudi Arabia. No worries, we are nowhere near that. We are above Bosnia, though, right now, and that is a no-fly zone." And his eyes go black, and he says, "Toodles," and he opens the door of the plane. All of a sudden, there is a rush of air as the cabin starts to depressurize as you're going 1,300 miles an hour through the air.
Is this how we crashed last time?
What's that?
I'm starting to.
I'm pretty sure this is how we crashed last time. I'm screaming over the air, like just bellowing through the. Who remembers how to fly? Because I think we crash landed the last one.
Who is nearest to me that, because I'm sure we're not buckled in because we're mid-flight.
Yeah, I guess who was all sitting together?
I don't know. I mean, we were all talking.
We were all talking, so we would have been close together, yeah. You know, like the seats that two are this way and two are this way.
Who else is sitting in our little group? Well, I guess Olivia would have been because we were talking to her as well.
Act under pressure, everyone.
Okay, cool. Oh, you know, if I had a dime for every plane crash I've been in.
Right.
You wouldn't even have a quarter.
I know, but I'd have two, and then really, you shouldn't have that many.
Fine.
That's too damn many.
It's too damn many. What am I doing? Act under pressure. Oh, I have this ability.
May I instead attempt to like draw my sword and stick it into the floor to like protect probably Olivia, I would say, to like kind of like jam her into the seat by like making a pseudo seatbelt out of my sword.
Okay.
That's a sharp seat.
I mean,
Just cuts her in half.
I'll say that. I feel like this is still an act under pressure because you are trying to react fast enough to use your sword as an anchor.
Gotcha.
So I have a move called I've read about this sort of thing. Roll sharp instead of cool when you act under pressure. Which I'm phrasing it as I've already experienced this sort of thing.
That's fair.
I got a 9.
What is my... Is it cool for act under pressure?
Yes.
Okay. A 9 as well.
What was that building?
I've
read about this sort of thing.
I believe that means it acts.
Okay.
Um,
got to like the same thing. What's the thing?
A worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
Right. So I'm gonna say
This one.
it's a hard choice.
What's your bluff? What's there?
Basically, either you can either save Olivia and Danica. You rolled a 9 as well.
I did.
So I'm gonna say that then yours is a worse outcome is that you can't grab onto anything. You are being sucked towards the door. You, Olivia, what did you roll?
Roll an 8. With arrows roll a 13.
Was Eros with us?
Yes.
I thought he left.
Nope.
Huh. Well, if Eros was there, I wouldn't have protected Olivia. I thought he was gone, so...
Okay. So, eliminate arrows, seeds. What did everyone else?
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
I would have attempted to probably protect Cipher then.
Okay. Grab onto Cipher and anchor with your sword. And Danica, you are spiraling and flying and bouncing between seeds. Let's see. Dawn, what did you roll?
A 5.
All right.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Just as you are getting a grip on a seat, Dawn crashes into you and you start spiraling together.
Perfect.
Gray, you are able to anchor yourself into a seat. Eros grabs onto Olivia. Jason onto Cipher. But both Dawn and Danica are now plummeting to the ground.
To the ground?
To the ground.
Yes, you get sucked out the door and you are now free falling.
Cool.
Okay.
She bumped into me, so can we have grabbed each other?
I'll allow it.
Cool. All right, Dom. You ready to try some magic and hope to God it works?
Yep.
Cool. Let's go. Big magic to try and put us back in the plane. You remember that thing we read about teleporting?
We feed angels do this.
Yeah, we can do this. It's just cool magic, right? Right. Oh, yes. That's like a 13.
8.
Okay.
It's mostly me doing it.
Yeah.
That kind of balances each other out. You concentrate, trying to get back into the plane, and for a second, you're not even sure if it's going to work. And the plane seems to keep on rocketing away, but now you see that it's starting to nosedive. And because the pilot has sabotaged this plane, and you focus, and as like the energy builds between your hands and is about to envelop you, you also see a little spout of flame that is rocketing up towards the plane as you poof out of existence and then back into the plane. And immediately you are shunted back to the back of the plane as it is now plummeting down.
Can somebody shut the door and try to fly the thing? And there's
The door is gone. Use your magic to shut the door.
Okay.
Well, for what it's worth, and it won't take long, and everything will equalize. We'll be fine.
We're gonna die. Unless we can figure out how to make the plane fly with magic.
You made a car fly with magic.
I just teleported with magic and I'm a little dizzy, okay?
Cipher, do you know anything about planes?
Can you
Yes.
can you magic
I'm making my way to the cockpit.
can you
Is the,
technology whisper to the plane?
I'll give it a try.
is the door to the cockpit open when he gets there?
The cockpit door is locked.
Cool.
I don't give a shit.
Who knows how to pick locks?
Are you trying to blow apart
There's
the?
already a hole.
That's fake. I will
What?
shut the damn door.
What's fake?
I don't know.
That man back there is fake.
Isn't like
That motherfucker
Yeah,
right
that's it.
there.
isn't like 100% oxygen pumped into the air vents in airplanes?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I just don't want to blow up.
NASA found out on its own that was a bad idea.
Cool.
Hey,
Perfect.
we don't have time for this.
Just please get the tech whisperer into the plane room.
We need lightsabers.
So you begin firing your gun at the lock on this door, and it takes a couple of bullets before you blow away the lock, and the door, because of the negative pressure, it takes a little bit of force to open it up. And as you do, like, you're sucked forward into the cockpit and crash against like all the knobs and levers and shit.
Okay.
Stuck in a cockpit.
How many
would've
times
put
do you
Rick
think we
Gray
can
on the first one on
survive
that
a plane crash?
Hey, Cipher, the door's open. Can you talk to the plane?
Sure. I'm gonna like jump in there, try to get into the seat, and be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Start like pressing random buttons, trying to like.
Maybe don't start just push. There's a lot
No,
of
I'm
buttons on
I'm
these
pressing
things.
random buttons.
Oh god.
You gotta talk to it. Talk to it.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
and I love it. He's finally figured out his place in the chaotic crew.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you just like start
Badass
just
brigade.
talking
The badass
to
brigade.
the last
It talked to me
computer or
first.
something? It talked to you.
Why don't you go ahead and roll weird?
Oh, 13.
Oh shit.
So as you're randomly pressing buttons, all of a sudden you hear in your head, "You got the tickles." Oh, hey, oh, wow, I'm going so fast. I think I can go faster. Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's that thing way down? It looks so big and round. I think I'll call it the ground.
What's
Why
that?
does he sound like Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, I was thinking he sounded like the whale from
Yes.
or the plant from that thing. Don't panic.
Oh,
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we don't want to touch that ground right now.
Oh, okay, so the ground is dangerous.
Yeah, we want to stay up.
Okay.
I'm talking
Oh, hey,
about-
what's that? It's
Oh, good.
like fire coming straight at us.
Can you dodge it?
Dodge what?
Yeah, what?
Sure can. And all of a sudden, here, and you're all just flung to the left side of the plane.
I'm gonna
And
vomit.
It's like
Barrel.
the toughest turn ever.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna.
I feel like there's like 0 G's right now.
Don't ask it to do barrel.
Ladies, can we try to figure out how to seal this open hole in the plane?
Yes, please.
Like, I don't know how.
Plug
maybe,
that hole.
Maybe like a.
Plug it up.
You know that barrier thing that we do sometimes to keep people from coming through? I wonder if we could do like a wind lock barrier. That's like
I just know what barrier spell.
Yeah, like maybe like a barrier would work to like block the wind flow.
Careful, the plane said it's ticklish.
The plane said it's what?
What?
I like pull away from the wall and like wipe my hands off.
You gonna try your barrier thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nine.
That's a pass. Kind of.
To the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is wrong?
You have to do one of these glitches, I think.
Maybe immediate attention would be pretty easy because I mean we already are drawing immediate attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People in the Eiffel Tower just pointed at us.
Yeah.
Oh, shooting star.
I mean, there's damage also. You could get blown back when you do it. I mean, there's lots of options.
So you push your thoughts towards the opening of the fuselage, and a barrier of energy appears disappears, and all of a sudden the wind stops, and you all fall down to the ground as you were clinging to the backs of seats and trying to keep your bearing. And then all of a sudden, just without all that drag, the plane starts to rocket even faster once again. And Cipher, you hear in your head, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go fast," and you start to hear the engine whine more, and all of a sudden, they just kick into high gear without warning and without like any like easing into it, and you are just flung backwards as your now newly given life plane creature is now
Plane man.
rocketing across Europe.
Can you tell? Can you? Does it know directions? Can you tell it to take us to Istanbul?
I'm gonna gently pat the plane, press a random button. I don't know. Do you know where Istanbul is?
Oh, I sure don't.
Just learned what ground was 45 seconds ago.
Is there a GPS in the plane? I don't know how planes work.
Okay, so there's obviously some sort of bearing. Based on that, can I tell if we are at least heading in the right direction?
Yeah, so you see there is a navigational panel. Yes, and based on your background and experience, I would say you can figure out roughly the direction you're going, and it just needs a slight course correction from where you're at now. Yeah. So you are able to you're able to determine where Istanbul is and what direction the plane is. And you communicate that to Cipher. Now, I don't know if Cipher knows what that means or how to communicate.
I guess based on whatever I determine needs to be done, I would just tell Cipher, like, ask the plane to, I guess, I don't know, adjust heading by, like, X or just
2 knots to the west.
Basically,
right?
I would just tell Cipher, ask the plane to adjust to this, to match this heading.
Hey, can you gently turn right?
Okay, sure. And very jerkily, it kind of like starts correcting to the right. And it makes you a little nauseous. But I mean, in all fairness, this is the first time this creature is flying.
We're going to need to start descending.
We're going super fast though.
Yeah, that's why we need to descend. As fast
slowly.
as we're going,
Slowly.
yes, we also need to not be going whatever this extremely fast is, because by now we're probably halfway through Serbia.
Do you at all, with your experience, know how to fly an airplane? Because maybe you could have it.
I have some experience, but there is a lot more going on.
Well, yeah, it's sentient now.
Yeah, and apparently
Ticklish.
it's deciding to control its own speed now. And ticklish, which is an entirely new concept to me.
Well, why don't you tell it to slowly start to back off on speed and descend and look for a big open field to land. Because I don't think we're gonna make it to an airfield. I don't even know where they are. And if we try to land in one without telling them we're landing, it could cause problems, right?
Do you think it knows how to land? Plane?
We're gonna walk it through. That's why I said field. If we have a rough landing, no one gets hurt, except for maybe us a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna pat this airplane. Plane buddy, we need to slow down and head to the ground this time.
Not
Let's
like
slowly.
super
Slowly,
Really
like a gradual decline.
softly.
But I thought that the ground is dangerous.
Only when you're fast.
Only when you're fast.
Oh, so I need to be slow.
Yeah.
And then the engines turn.
No, 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 no.
And
I'm gonna be sick.
Knows that. Oh, the ground is really coming up fast now.
I said slow.
With the engines on. Tell them to put the
I'm
engines.
gonna press more buttons.
Oh, that tickles, and all of a sudden the engines kick to life. But now you're nosediving, so now you're just shooting for the ground.
I'm gonna grab the.
Yeah, pull up on
I'm gonna grab the goddamn.
And it takes some effort because the plane seems to be fighting you, but you do pull up on the controls and level it out.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna die.
Uh,
How do you feel about teleporting now?
I'm fine.
it's okay. Most of this is probably pretty similar. A lot of these things are not super different, so I'll try and get us as close as possible.
Okay.
Please ask the plane to work with me and not against me. Why am I even saying these things?
All right, plane. This is your new dad. You have to listen to him.
Yes.
Yes.
Daddy?
Oh, okay. So now I have two dads?
Post
Yeah,
dad.
Yes.
Yes.
What did it?
Oh, wow, cool. What are we going to do, dads?
We're gonna carefully go to the ground.
Okay. We are going to carefully go to the ground.
Does it know
Cool.
what careful is?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay.
Just
What did it say about Gray being his dad?
What?
What did Grid say about Gray being his dad?
Oh, it's exciting that the plane has two dads now.
What?
You are both father.
well, this is a concept that I don't think existed until right now.
Oh, it definitely existed. Just
Not for planes.
yeah, not the point.
That's what I'm talking about. Specifically, the plane. So,
Who's gonna tell your daughter that it has a plane brother?
Oh shit. Yes.
I'm gonna text her. Wait, I can't text. There's no texting. I wonder if the beeper will reach this far.
Ours will, because they're magic.
Hmm.
oh, that's right.
They're magic.
Hey,
magic
Dad?
beepers.
So I'm gonna just like.
Yeah.
Page me, beep me
Love
if you want to
you.
reach
Oh,
me.
Oh, I love you too.
What?
Look at
Oh,
that.
such a nice plane.
We're gonna crash this plane and it's gonna die, and Cipher's gonna be devastated.
Oh no.
All of Cipher's electronics get killed.
No.
Be a Furby, maybe.
Oh.
Man, I don't know what life is like, but this 5 minutes that I've existed have been great.
Let's keep it for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
7, here we come.
Is there a like a book that has channels for the air traffic control, so I can try and get the frequency for Istanbul?
Yeah, sure. You can find a manual with some codes in it. Start operating the radio, and you have a radio for Istanbul's international airport.
Did the snack cart survive the catastrophe?
Oh, hell no.
Damn.
Crushed pretzels everywhere.
I was hoping if there was like many bottles of booze on it or something. It probably killed some poor guy's cow.
Or got it
Yeah.
wasted. Okay.
So, So yeah, you have a code for Istanbul International. There's also some. You look up in Turkey. There are a few regional airports in the area. And there's a few over the border in Greece.
Okay. Oh. What was our what is our flight ID? So it's gotta
Do
be
we have one? But
You guys probably saw the number when you know.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I was paying attention to free falling to the ground.
Fair enough.
it's usually in here somewhere.
Hey, Cipher, ask the plane what number it is.
Hey, son. What's your number?
Yes, Dad.
Do you know what number you are?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was born today, so maybe not quite one.
He said he's not quite one.
It's a good number. Try that one.
You know, I'm going to go sit down and buckle my seatbelt because I've learned my lesson in cars, but apparently not in planes yet.
I'm gonna just look around real quick. There's got to be something that indicates like what we would show up as on radar.
Yeah. Why don't you read a bad situation?
All right. I'm gonna need all the help I can get so I can try and do. Probably gonna end up being
Well, I can help you.
manipulate someone.
I'm
You're
awake.
in a seat.
Oh, yeah.
You're not even in the cockpit.
Well, I'll look at the little portfolio, that they put in the back of the seat.
Yeah, no, that.
Just shop in the Sky Mall.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, 10.
Okay. So I think that needs to hold.
Oh, 3.
Nice.
So
So I mean, I'm looking for like our flight identification.
Right.
So I guess what's most
Yeah.
well, I don't. Well, I don't know. One of these that might fit. I'm not sure.
so I'll say that you do find the number, which is
Okay.
exactly what you find an old like sticker that it had gotten curled up on the like most of the adhesive's gone and it kind of curled up on itself on the navigation panel. So you unfurl that and you have the number now. It's about that time that you do get a call from someone at this moment, and they are speaking what you assume to be Turkish. And I don't think you know that.
I wouldn't say that I know the language. I don't know if I know enough to maybe ask if they can speak English.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is. This is probably a. I don't know if it is a roll. Maybe. I feel like it's just a plus sharp roll. Just to
Okay.
see how much Turkish you remember.
8.
8. So you fumble through it. And you hear on the other end of the comm, well, I don't eat English, but I can speak it. What is your call sign?
I give the number that I found on that sticker.
We don't have you scheduled for landing today.
Well, that's unfortunate. I was advised that we should be, but for what it's worth, unfortunately, I'm not sure that we're going to have a successful landing. We seem to have had some anomalies on board, and we might need some over-the-air assistance.
Go ahead and manipulate some.
Ooh. 14. I am advanced in manipulate someone.
Okay. The man over the radio says, "Very well. What is the nature of your malfunctions?"
Massive
How do we-
depressurization.
Actually,
That's
yes.
what happened. That's like literally what
We've
happened.
had a massive depressurization event and a minor loss of control, though I believe the control issues are mostly back under wraps. Seems these new planes are a little finicky.
Ticklish.
He says, "Very well. I will clear runway 3 for you."
Fantastic. If I could get the accepted approaching speed.
He gives you that because I don't know what the hell that is.
It's fine. I'm just trying to basically, I'm just trying to make sure everything sounds like I'm supposed to be in this seat talking to you.
So,
I don't know if I should ask that question. I probably should already know it.
probably.
The Google says
offers it to
140
you
to
in kind of a
150 knots.
confused voice because definitely don't sound like you've been here before. But you throttle down a notch. The plane has granted its full speed, and you begin your approach to the landing strip. Cipher, the plane says, "Dad, what is my name?"
Your name is not quite one.
Wow, what a coincidence. Wow, I didn't even know what that word meant a second ago.
Hey, can you ask the plane to lower the landing gear?
Hey, not quite one. Can you put down the landing gear?
In public? Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I guess. And so he, or it, you don't need to gender this. You hear whirling underneath the plane and the wheels extend.
All right. Well, that seemed to work.
Everybody should sit down, put the seatbelts on.
I sit in the seat behind. Is it a 2-seater plane or is it a 4-seater plane? Like in the cockpit?
In the cockpit, there's say 4.
Sure. I will strap myself in the seat behind Cipher, buckling in.
You buckle in. You all brace for landing. I guess, Ray, one more act under pressure.
Oh,
You know, to land the plane.
okay. All right. 10.
And, yeah, you set out to do. So, the feel the back wheels touch down, and they bounce just a little bit, but you then bring the nose down, and the plane begins to accelerate on the runway as you pull up on the flaps of the plane, and they begin braking, and you begin to taxi off the runway. You have successfully landed the plane.
It's
Welcome to
nicer.
Istanbul.
It's nicer when it doesn't crash land.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the great nation of Turkey and the
Bef-
wonderful city of Istanbul.
Before any of the on-hand airport people come, you should lower your barrier so it just looks like we lost the door.
Oh.
Perfect. Also, do we know that we landed in the right airport?
It's an airport, and we landed.
Well, yeah, I know, but like we don't know where we are. Technically speaking, we don't know if we're in Istanbul. We could be anywhere in Turkey.
Are you gonna tell us the weather too, like the stewardesses usually do?
Oh yeah.
I don't have any. I don't.
Or the time.
He looks outside. It's weather. We're experiencing
Weather right
weather.
Hey, there is the sun.
All right.
There is a ding dong as the intercom comes on its own, and you hear a voice say, "Hey guys, that was an excellent landing by my other dad. Welcome to wherever we are. This was almost one. Not quite
Not
one.
quite one.
Is
Is the
that
plane,
the plane talking?
to us?
Yeah.
Now that I can hear it, it makes it feel more like it's our child, and we should keep care of it.
I feel even dirtier, and I unbuckle myself and like try to stand in the middle of the aisle and not touch anything. We are inside a sentient being.
That was fun. What are we gonna do now?"
Park.
Park. We're gonna go take a nap somewhere.
I don't want to take a nap.
I'll have arrows touch the side of the plane. Be like, okay, dude, just take a nap. Fine. I'm assuming you sit over the intercom and not directly to her.
I don't know if he said it straight. I think in my head he did.
Oh,
Eros is an empath, and he can sense the plane's distress.
that's true. You probably could.
Yeah. So after consoling, you taxi it over to the side near the terminal, where you see some emergency vehicles roll out, and a set of staircases being driven towards you. And what are you all doing?
As soon as that touches the side of the plane, I am leaving the plane, but not touching the plane.
I'm gonna grab all my bag, my bag, and leave the plane. Is there one of them buttons that shoot the slide out the side of the door?
That was the door.
Oh heck! I wanted to go down the slide.
Do you see the thing flapping against the plane?
Oh, is that what the slide was?
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait for the ladder.
Was this your plane, or is this your contact's plane?
It was his.
I think it's yours now. Congratulations on the new child.
Apparently, that's. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I think your contact's dead. That was a demon.
No, I think the contact was just a demon.
So you also deal with demons.
Not willingly.
Huh.
So as you're grabbing your stuff and starting to walk towards the doorway and the staircase, you see that some police officers get out of their vehicle and they have their weapons at the ready as you are starting to depart the plane.
We all have
Hands
a
up.
lot of weapons.
I don't.
I just have swords and they're all hidden in my guitar case, so I'm okay.
Yeah, because they're not going to search a guitar case.
Let's got a secret compartment.
You don't think they're going to put that guitar case through the airport x-ray?
I haven't quite decided if Excalibur shows up. Because he's kind of just a ghost.
Okay, the ghost might not, but the sword is real.
Yeah, and I have two to three in there. And you have a sword, and you have several guns.
I have a gun.
You have a
Oh
gun.
no.
Why do you have it?
I have
When
a
did
gun.
you start carrying a gun?
I gave her a gun.
Yeah.
When did...
I dropped it once.
Hey, let's not talk about guns. The police are coming.
We all have proper documentation.
Well,
We do?
We were all given, like, passports and IDs. We left the bunker the first time.
Great, we have passports as U.S. citizens.
No. We have, let's see. Here we go. We have Interpol IDs. Congratulations, you've now all been...
Is that in here? And I rummaged through the IDs.
Yeah, here it is right here, yeah. My name's Claudette.
I don't look like an Antonio.
We all making a name.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Eve.
Eve.
It's the opposite of Dawn.
Steven.
Steven.
Steven!
Sorry, there's much a lot of my favorite movie.
Steven!
Well,
What was that?
What?
Heard a big gong. Anyway,
sounds racist.
that's weird.
You gotta go.
So we you start rifling through your belongings to find these IDs, and you start flashing them to the police, and they begin waving you along, and in not quite great English, one of them tries to tell you that you need to wait in just on the other side of the door of the terminal. They need to question you about the incident. So they're like pushing you towards this. And once you get on the other side of that door, you are you're locked in there. There seems to be one door going out to the tarmac and one the rest of the terminal.
Did you tell your son not to talk to the nice police officers?
No.
Okay.
Never talk to strangers.
Well, it's existed for all of 15 minutes at this point. I'm not sure if the whole stranger danger thing has been instilled yet.
It's fair.
So,
It'll be fine.
well,
We're coming back from, right?
at this point, I don't know.
It depends on how this goes.
However, if the plane talks to them, it could make things go by a lot quicker.
You hear out the door a loud ding dong as the loudspeaker switches on again, and you hear I don't want a nap. And then the engines start kicking in, and it starts to taxi again, and fires up the jets once more and begins taking off. Not on a runway, just in the middle of nowhere. It just takes off.
Well, we're never going to
and
see that
The
again.
cops begin to scream and yell and run as this plane is about to run them over. And like because of just the sheer power behind this engine, it just shoots off into the air. It doesn't need the full runway, and it's just off into the air where you don't know, and you don't know how much gas it has in it. But
I imagine there is not enough fuel
We're going to
after.
see this on the news later.
My son.
Cipher, did you ever expect that you would make a creature that would make one of those, videos that you have, like these guys?
Oh, gosh. No. I didn't
You're a
know it
content
happened.
creator now.
You're a content creator.
Cipher, content
Create
creator.
content.
I wonder if we're going to have to explain that. Maybe we can explain it off as like, well, we said that the plane was faulty.
Yeah. Oh, we certainly did. Though I didn't expect it to immediately cause an international incident.
It takes after a year.
Oh!
That's funny.
Like father, like son.
Yeah.
You better hope your daughter doesn't
it
end
takes
up like
off after you.
Oh.
that.
Usually prefer a more subtle approach, but
So
don't deny it.
you're
Well, he's not
waiting
quite
in
one
this-
yet, so.
And you hear the keys jingling on the opposite end, on the opposite door leading in, and it opens. And you're expecting to see one of the police officers in their local uniform standing there, waiting to escort you to another room. But what you see instead is a woman in a black pencil skirt with a suit jacket match. She has a white shirt with little black tabs, and she's wearing black sunglasses. And though it's been forever, Ray, you recognize it. And been kind of waiting for this moment ever since War informed you that someone wanted to meet you. And here she is. Kate Grayson stands before you, alive and well, despite what you know happened that fateful day. And she says, "Oh, hey, honey. Sorry, I got caught up at the office."
For the first time, Gray has absolutely nothing to say.
Well, okay, I can understand if you're mad. I should have grabbed milk on the way home. But considering that you just caused an international incident, and also, if I'm not mistaken, you gave sentience to a machine, I'm going to get you all out of here, and we will debrief later. If you follow me, Noir.
Danica
And,
slowly raises her
yes, sir.
hand. I'm like really confused. Who are you?
I'm Gray's wife.
Huh. Well, I mean, I guess he did have a daughter. Had to come from somewhere.
Yeah. I mean that's fair, but like, well, he's never mentioned you. Are you like estranged?
something like that. More like faked my death.
Oh.
Oh.
Strange.
You know, divorce is easier than faking your death. Depending on who you're married to, I suppose.
Well, we're both in the same line of work, respect. So it was a little difficult, arranging a split. Believe me, it wasn't my choice. Came from higher up, but seriously, we don't have much time. Are on their way, and also there's an anomaly in the city that we need to get to. So if y'all could move it and hurry a little bit.
What?
Well, lady, I mean, I don't want to be in this detaining cell for much longer. You know how bad foreign prisons are?
No.
You don't want to find out. Seen enough movies.
Do you think the movies show realistic depictions?
Well, yeah, why not?
I would like to leave.
And they lead you out of the room. And as you leave the room, you see that she is with a couple of other agents who all wear these fully black suits with sunglasses. One you know is the agent Noir that you've seen several times. Another is a tall, bald black man who I believe Cipher has seen when you initially created the microchip, which seems like months ago, but it's only been about a week. So
It's been a few weeks because we lost some time in the bunker.
Yes.
true. In your time, it's been a week. So they Kate leads the way, and the other two flank your sides and begin escorting you through the terminal, through many different back hallways as Kate begins to talk to you. And she says, it's been a real pain in the ass trying to clean up after you. It's lucky that my organization has safeguards against anomalies like the one you set out on the world. Otherwise, we would have been just as helpless as everyone else to fight them.
Is it like the same? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. Do you work with them?
No, he does not work with us. Different organizations. That's why the marriage didn't work.
Okay, more questions. Are they gonna kill us? No offense to you, ma'am. You seem nice.
We try not to kill if not necessary. We are prepared to use lethal action to control a situation. I have deemed you not a threat. Well, at least to us. To the rest of humanity, possibly. Which is why I need to get you out of this situation and detain you in a place that's a little more suitable than
No. Detain. No. We're here for a purpose that is, that world destroying thing you were just talking about. That's what we're trying to stop. That's why we're here. So we can't be detained. So, I mean, you could just try to kill us or something so that we can get this over with. I don't.
Have fun. Yeah. How about this? No. And she continues walking and walking. And she says, and you've really riled up the hornet's nest. I mean, seriously, is there not any clandestine organization not hunting you right now?
I don't know.
We need to pay for our own death.
Oh.
I don't have a marriage I need to get out of, but I do have, I think, you know what? I kind of like have some student loan debt that I could get rid of too. That'd be fine. That'd be okay.
That doesn't go away like that.
Yeah. Oh right, I forgot I'm wealthy. I can pay it off. It's fine.
What debt?
Right?
I was told it would help with my. What did credit exist in the 80s? Yeah, credit existed in the 80s. Was told it helped with my credit. Okay.
Could we credit cards to the question?
Which one's good?
She says, well, at the very least, we need to debrief you and figure out what you know so that we can stop this thing that you unleashed that has been changing time all over the place.
Why the hell would we trust you with what we know? You threatened to lock us up.
Detain, there's a difference.
There's not.
No, if I want to lock you up, you sit and rot in a prison for the rest of your life. No, we just need to know what you know and prevent you from causing any more damage.
Been awfully quiet.
Well, he looks like he's fuming.
Looks like he saw a ghost.
Huh?
I really don't know which one it is. Are you okay?
Yeah, he's not really responsive, but yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of things going through his mind right now. A lot of which seems like some levels of anger that you've definitely not seen.
Yeah, that's his angry face. Now, I haven't seen his really, really angry face, but it's similar to his angry face, of which, like, you see, like, he's twitching. He's mad.
And as she hears all this, like, gossiping, she stops and turns and faces Ray. And she walks up to him. And, like, her demeanor, like, drops for a minute. Like, she had kind of a stern expression, very businesslike. And all of a sudden, it kind of melts to the woman. And she says, Hummingbird, look, I can't begin to tell you how bad I felt when all this happened. Both of our organizations found out, right? Luckily, I knew ahead of time. So I was able to save myself. And you might think that Gemma was a coincidence that she survived, but I ensured that she was going to be safe. So be mad at me, but I've been trying to keep our family safe this whole time. And I'm sorry about how it ended up, but when they initially assigned me to you, I didn't expect to fall for you. And I know this is a lot, but like the entire world is at stake right now. So if you want to survive long enough to yell at me, throw something at me, then you need to buck up, Buttercup, and follow along because we need to kick some demigod ass.
No, different one. A different. Nobody on our party currently.
So response, I guess. I'm pretty sure you just told us that we need to get out of here quickly.
You would be correct. Let's not waste any more time. So
Okay.
they march you off to another corridor, and it exits through a door into the outside where there are a couple of black vehicles for you all. And She ushers you inside, and you start to take off. So there's two vehicles. Who's gaining?
What kind of vehicles are these? Are these just like sedans or something?
Yeah, they're like black sedans. DeVille's.
I'll probably just stick with Cipher.
Okay.
I mean, we can go boys versus girls. That'd be a split.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's Gray riding in the car with with his ex.
She's in the girl car.
Yeah, she's the go-kart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, obviously the girls ride together, so we can gossip. Duh.
Yeah.
Gotta spill that tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
The bald guy tries to get in our car, and I'm like, no, this is the girl car. Go in the other car.
You have a Y chromosome. Please.
so yeah, you all get into the car. Start taking off. Kate begins talking to you, Gray, and saying, "Okay, so
No, Kate's in the girl car.
oh, Kate is in the girl car.
Yeah.
I believe they separated us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got that. Sorry.
Mostly so that they didn't strangle each other mid-route.
Well, that means Eros is with us too.
Yep.
Right. So you haul in boys versus girls, and the boys' car, which is quite cramped.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There's not room in the boys' car for any more boys. I don't care. Get in the boys' car.
Yeah, get on top.
Noir is driving, and she says, "All right, if you want to get out of here quickly, then you need to tell me as fast as you can what you know about this anomaly that is altering." Boys.
Oh, so, okay.
Oh.
I thought there was a girl driver because I wouldn't have let a boy drive this car.
So, okay, so we're all in the car. He's asking us.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even.
He's asking the boys, but you're the only.
Yeah.
You're the only
Who
one in
knows
here
it?
that knows anything, and I don't think Girl's gonna say a damn thing.
So he's asking what, just everything I know about this thing. Shit.
Yep. What does Arrow say?
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think there's like angels and titans and he just kind of like stares out the window, just going
Listen, I
Mostly sums it
just
up.
joined up with these folks. I have no clue what the fuck is going on.
Right? Do you say?
Yeah. He summed it up for the most part. Really, there's not a whole lot that we actually know about him yet.
Okay. Are you saying anything sexual?
I have no idea.
Made the car sentient.
I need a new son.
Time to procreate.
It's a lot of dads in this car.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, in the girl car, she so Kate says, "So, what's new with you guys? I'm sorry, I've been following your exploits for a while, so it seems like I'm familiar with you, but you don't really know me. You got any information on this this anomaly that's popping up throughout the world?
You're going to be disappointed in the answer because we saw him, we followed him, and we have not seen him since. That's it.
Okay. Well, where did he come from?
Well, I don't really know where gods come from. Mama gods?
Mama and Dada God.
Or two dada gods, or two mama gods. I don't really know.
When a mama god and a daddy god love each other.
Where were you when you first encountered it?
A cemetery.
Which cemetery?
We were in. What state was it? I got a t-shirt from it on the way there. Was it like?
Wasn't it Texas, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't in Texas. I don't remember. It was somewhere in the west.
Is it
South.
Cipher?
Southwest.
The keeper doesn't remember what it was.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It was in Kansas.
Kansas.
Kansas. That sounds right.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Kansas. It was the Kansas. A cemetery in Kansas. Comma Lawrence.
What's Kama Lawrence?
It was in Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that matter?
It wasn't the Titan Gate, was it?
Maybe.
What do you know about that?
We know enough. We keep tabs on important sites throughout the world and throughout history. So, did someone break that open? Did other Titans get out?
No.
No.
But there were
There were a bunch of Titans.
no, they weren't titans, they were elementals. There's not an insight just I don't know how much I trust her to share a lot of information.
Read a bad
When I
situation.
read a bad situation.
You can read a bad situation.
How sharp are you?
I'm +2 sharp. I got an 8.
I believe that means you can hold one.
These don't really any maybe
Dangers you haven't noticed.
yeah, dangers I haven't noticed. I just kind of want to get a vibe of her for people, like how much information can I feel like I can trust them with. It seems like they want to help, but
First, they are obviously and they you get the sense that they are obviously dangerous people. They're a clandestine organization after all. They're spies. But also, just from the little bit of knowledge you're gleaning off of her, they would seem to know more than they are letting on. And so you imagine that they probably know a lot about monsters and angels and magic and dangerous technologies. And so you start kind of looking around this car, and there are buttons and switches in the console that probably don't belong to a Coopville. And you wouldn't be surprised if this car isn't packing as much heat as the driver is.
okay. Look. You said you know about us. You've been following us. What do you know about us? What we've been doing? What we did?
Well, we know that you had some fortunate encounters with elementals last year. I know that, or not last year, 6 years ago. then a lot of you all disappeared off the grid except one who died, but has since then been spotted walking around. We know that the Rosenschatten organization went through a lull. Most of their members were killed, but now it is up and running. And as far as I can tell, it's being run by a demon. And I don't know what you all had to do with this creature getting out. But I know that the elementals, the Rosenschatten organization, all died in Lawrence, Texas, right over the Titan gate. Then you must have had something to do with it.
What do you know about the Rosenschatten organization? About the members that are deceased now.
Well, I know your daddy. That was pretty big news when he kicked the bucket. I know that all their members were more or less immortals. Some sort of dark deals they've made throughout the ages. And one of them was their architect of sorts, who was deep into ancient magics that could extend lives or transfer lives.
Transfer life?
Yes. Like, oh, this body's empty. Let's put a soul or a spirit inside of it.
But like demon possession?
That or otherwise.
We saw Henrietta's body chasing us. There was a demon in her body.
Well, that's one theory we have. Another theory is that it is this very same person
And there were
who has the
demons
ability to,
with her in another vehicle chasing us too. So
well, either way, the Rosenschatten organization is just as dangerous as it was before, but now perhaps even more formidable because it's very hard to kill it.
I don't know what they were doing at the cemetery. I still don't know. They were there when we got there, and they tried to help us. Kitty.
Interesting.
And those elementals we were chasing. We were fighting. Kitty!
He wants to be famous.
Oh, bubble!
Demonetized.
He wants to be the star.
We're
Show
gonna
off
have
the
to
star.
go on OnlyFans now.
Oh, jeez.
Look at that tail.
Cats.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. The elementals, yes. I don't know what their end goal was, but they're the ones that wanted to bring this anomaly back. And we were trying to stop it from happening. But obviously, we weren't very successful. And we were missing for 6 years because when he came out, he opened a portal and we followed him through it. And we came out on the other end in 1992.
Well, thank you for sharing. Now, I think the best thing for us to do right now is to rendezvous at that time, there is a voice that comes over a speaker in the car. And
Hello, Dad. Oh, God.
you hear a voice say, Mrs. Black, there is a bogey that is intercepting you, coming off this street 2 blocks ahead. And Kate says, understood. And without warning, yanks the wheel to the side and careens down one of these ancient streets in Istanbul. You see these colorful decorative buildings flying past you, homes and shops, and people are now like not expecting this sudden car to come down the street, are jumping off the road as this is midday, and she starts just tearing down the street, and the car behind her with the boys wheels its tires as well as it begins chasing her. And as you approach another intersection, you see briefly this opening of this other street, and you see a couple of blocks over a couple other vehicles now speeding along, and you can't quite make out faces from here, but they are obviously trying to keep up speed with you and trying to intercept. Kate begins to make wild maneuvers, taking very tight turns, and trying to lose these cars. But
Is there
eventually-
like a tire man
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
or a big boy? I don't know. It would be in Istanbul.
I don't think we're going through those sorts of districts.
hold on.
You know, does somebody have a
Old Istanbul statues.
a statue or something outside there? Could I?
There'd just be a bunch of saints and stuff, right?
Old warrior kings.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this could get real messy real quick.
I've already looked up if there's Radio Shack, and there isn't.
There's not a Radio Shack in Istanbul.
I tried. I've been looking.
It's fine. I've been to Radio Shack, so I can just
Go
you
back
know.
to one.
Yeah.
And so you are passing by different shops. You see a few statues. There is also a kebab cart approaching on your right side. Are you trying to use magic?
There's a kebab cart.
My kebab. Cabbages.
Can I try to get the kebab cart, like force it in front of the car chasing us?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll magic.
Okay. This would be a. Oh God! I got double ones.
Oof.
Oh no, experience.
So it's 5.
Oh, shit.
I try to like push the kebab cart, just blow out all the windows in the car.
Yeah. Actually, so here's what happened.
Oh, God.
You're thinking about tiring.
The nearest tires are on your car.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it
Carman.
comes back to Tire Man. So, as you focus on eating the cart out into the street to crash into these other vehicles, you instead empower it, and all of a sudden, its back wheels like the axle seems to like extend into these legs, and like the handle detaches itself into like this little whip of a tentacle, and it reaches into itself and grabs a kebab skewer and starts flinging it at your car.
Kebab man! No, the other car.
And begins like kind of like in this weird shambling way running after your vehicle, flinging kebabs at you. And I will say your magic didn't bust out the windows, but a well-aimed kebab does, and like just shoots you through the arm, and so you're gonna take one.
Ow. I have armor, so I think I'm okay. But is it just the stick sticking out of my arm? Is the kebab still intact?
It pushes the meat.
It's a nice it is a nice chicken with pepper.
Cool. I'll just unstick it from my arm and give it a nibble, give it a try. This is actually pretty good. You're not here. You want to bite? Olivia, you want to bite?
No, I do not want to eat any of your arm meat.
No, it's kebab.
It's street meat.
I might have accidentally made the kebab cart
chicken
sentient.
And as you stare behind
it's turkey.
the kebab man begin to attack the commoners in the middle of the street.
Oh god.
And there's like
So
flings something that must have caught fire on like the heating element in him, and it catches fire to a local building and begins quickly spreading.
Is this what happened with the tire thing?
I don't.
no,
Sure.
actually that went well.
No, I'm asking
I don't
Gray in
think we're
character.
Because the warning. Okay, are we following, or
Yes.
were we in front or
We were behind them.
behind? We were behind them.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
The car behind the girl's car swiftly swerves to avoid Kebab Man and his path of destruction. And you continue on. The cars that are in pursuit, they turn a corner and swerve on behind you on the same street, and they are now flooring it and trying to get right behind you. And you see now through the back of the boy's window, you can see the face of Henrietta staring back at you and grabbing her gun and starting to lean out the window. Just as this all happened, you also see another car swerve behind them even. And you can't quite make out who's in this, but they are trying to ram the back of the Rosenschatten cars that are in pursuit of you.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend?
Maybe we should try Gray's method.
You're not in our car.
Ladies. Is there a rocket launcher in this vehicle?
Technically, that's your method.
You told me to get the rocket launcher.
So, Kate is going to say, I have something, but we do not discharge in public unless absolutely necessary. This is already a mess.
Would this feel necessary? This feels necessary. Or would you like the car to go faster?
Roll a manipulate.
Okay. I'm not good at manipulating people, you guys.
You're a woman. You're wealthy.
I'm a politician. Oh, actually. 13.
Oh, nice.
Good man.
I don't have a star next to it, so no.
Okay. She says, "Oh, fine," and she does. But I mean, she's the director, so how much more experience does she? And she grabs the shift stick and yanks it down, and all of a sudden your vehicle begins to accelerate even faster than before. As you hear this whine of some turbojet, and the car with the boys catches on quickly, and Noir cranks it into gear, and you begin racing along. Yeah.
I've been in a lot of car accidents. Snap.
So you race along the streets, now gaining plenty of ground, seeming to lose the Rosenschott organization. They begin to decelerate the cars, and you start to hear some sort of like clanking sounds as the vehicle seems to have taken some stress from all this energy usage. And as you're pulling up to this giant like square with a big plaza with a fountain in the middle, the cars, both of them, cut out, and Kate and Noir turn to their respective guests and say that the vehicles will have to go through a cool down period. Just
Wow.
need to sit tight.
It's kind of lame, honestly. We got.
And it's at that moment, though, that you hear echoing through the streets from the local minarets call for prayer time. And you look and you see not far from you this giant blue mosque, which is gorgeous and lovely. And you hear over their loudspeakers these chants to be called out in a language you don't understand. And you see sitting next to the fountain, there is a man wearing these long like cloaks or robes. And you can see just underneath the hood of his cloak what appears to be a blue face, and blue hands folded across his lap. And you can't help but think maybe first luck you've had in a long time, Providence. Who else in this world would have?
Is this Papa Smurf?
Does it look
For
like?
the two new people, they're like, whatever.
Does it look like Kronos? We saw him once. Does it look like him?
He looks very tall and lanky. And you see as the cars come to a stop, he looks up and stares you straight in the eyes, and his eyes shine blue back. And definitely him.
Shit. Miss Lady, I forgot your name already. I'm sorry. Kate.
You can call me Mrs. Black.
I hated it.
Okay, so Katie, that guy right there. That's him. That's Kronos. That's him.
And she looks over and with a gasp of astonishment, she calls in on the radio, confirm if this is the location of the anomaly, and she hears back on the radio affirmative from wherever their base is. And she grabs her side piece and over her walkie-talkie tucked in her sleeve, her and Noir and the black man who would get out of the vehicles and again slowly approaching.
Wait, you can't.
Wait, where are you guys going?
Can't kill him.
Are we leaving?
Stay here.
You can't. Listen, ma'am. We got interrupted of the next part of the story I was going to tell. But you try to shoot him, and you come back after you fail.
And
Gray, who is this?
Which one?
What are they doing?
I wish I had an answer for you. I'm not sure why anyone would be crazy enough to stop here.
What do you mean crazy enough? What? Like, what's happening? I don't understand what's happening.
Well, we'll find out.
are any of you doing
I don't know either. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not part of this organization.
Your camera is
But-
fuzzy.
Yeah.
You leaned forward and it focused
Oh.
on your face when you leaned, and now it's like not focused.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There, no,
You got the season
nope,
one filter.
Still not.
Oh, wow. It's not.
Oh,
There you go.
now slowly.
It's like you want a magic eye puzzle.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, nope, it doesn't
That
want to focus.
This is weird.
Yeah,
Um,
autofocus is not happening.
I like scoot over like outside the car and like stand up, and I like yell to the first car. I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing here? Why are we stopping?"
That blue man. That blue man. Come here.
I go over to their car.
That blue man is Kronos.
That Papa Smurf looking dude is Kronos.
Yeah,
He's just hanging out.
he's just hanging out. But they're gonna go try and shoot him, and I want to see what happens.
So, as agents begin to approach Kronos, he looks at them and holds up a hand. I will not harm anyone here, but I need to talk to the Chosen One.
The hell is that?
This isn't a kung fu movie.
Raises a finger and points at the cars where you are.
Hey, Cipher, could you talk to the car?
The card.
The chosen one?
I don't know who the chosen one.
I
Well,
think,
it's Olivia.
I think it would be really.
My thought is it's probably Olivia.
loud
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we should leave. But Olivia's in my car.
You know what? If that's
chosen one
what-
plural.
Oh, ones.
Ones?
Oh, once with an S? With an S?
Speak up! I really wish you had subtitles.
way back there.
I need my closed captioning.
Right.
Can you talk to both cars?
I mean, I could try.
Can you create a walkie-talkie system through the airwaves of the radio? The frequencies.
Time for twins.
Twin cars.
He wants to have another child with you.
Oh, he wants a double.
wow.
He wants to do a double decker.
We need to get out of here. They took the keys with them when they got out?
Seemingly.
We don't
Yeah.
need these.
Are we leaving?
Why are you trying to run away? You're supposed to talk to us. As I'm yelling this between cars.
Oh my god.
I'll talk to him. Fuck it.
Well, how the hell do you? Because we're inside the other car talking between each other. How?
Oh no, I got out of the car and went up to their
Oh.
car.
He said he
Oh.
wants to talk to somebody. I mean, fuck. You know what? Fuck it.
So it's just us in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll do it. Because if I don't get the others, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Danica, but I'm gonna kind of hang back a little bit and.
Danica gets out of the car and dusts herself off. I'm gonna die. And she goes over to talk to Kronos.
Wait,
What
Okay.
are you? What is she doing?
do we still want to leave then?
Yeah, Jason's following behind, just a couple of steps behind Danica.
And now.
Are you getting out, Olivia?
Yep.
Okay. Can I get out? Can I throw up a barrier in front of us? Just a shield?
Sure.
Okay.
Roll magic.
11.
Okay. You throw up this, not throw up. You put up a barrier of magical energy board and follow with you. And as sees this happening, Kronos smirks assure you it's not necessary, but if you feel better that way. Dawn, how are you feeling? Nervous? Are you...
I imagine she's anxious. She hasn't seen him for it's been weeks, right? Since we've come over. Yeah, she's probably shaking in her combat boots, but like trying to not let that show.
I picked up anything on his hearing.
Like, are you trying to read his mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an act under pressure.
You're gonna blow your head up.
Right. She's just gonna scream as light erupts from her skull.
That's 12, so that's a fan. So I can choose whether to do what and something extra. I can do what I want to. Absolutely.
And that's your choice?
Yeah, it says you may choose to either do what you wanted and something extra, or to do what you wanted without.
So what are you choosing?
I'll do what I wanted and something extra.
So, read his mind. And what you hear, see, feel is the entirety of time. Everything that ever was and everything that will ever be until it all ends in apocalyptic grandeur. You see flashes of events throughout all of human history, throughout all of the Fey world's history, through everything. You can't make out any one thing. What is one thing extra you
Be able to keep my brain and not like explode from all at once.
So you yank your thoughts away from Cronus's brain, and you have like just that subtle nosebleed as you try and grasp what you just saw, and you now seen and experienced omnipotence for the first time, and it is overwhelming.
Well, so I'm guessing I'm walking really close to Dawn, and I'll like try and like grab onto her like frantically, like just white as a ghost. Like I'm sure Olivia is pretty pale normally, but like just like a white as a sheet, just like grasping onto her wildly, and just like mumbling to herself incoherently.
So you approach Kronos. Who was there anyone standing back?
I was
The other boys.
yeah. I was like,
Are the boys all back?
Yeah.
no, I'm actually up next to Danica near Kronos. So
Over here wondering why everyone's just lost their damn mind.
Danica's lead the pack because at this point, like, what even is life?
So
Olivia knows. She's seen all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure after seeing Olivia walking arrows.
So Kronos speaks and says, "Sure, you have many questions. Fortunately, as it would turn out, we do not have much time. This is what I can tell you is, I am so sorry for any heartache this may have caused. It was not my intent to hurt anyone. Just see everything that I've missed like this great city, they had locked me up. The city was built thousands of years ago. Really something beautiful to behold. All of creation.
Why did the elementals want to free you?
No doubt they thought that they could reimagine the world, their vision, recreate it, become true gods. But fortunately, that title only belongs to two. We are but fools of creation. I'm sure they thought that they could coerce me into writing time, but that is not my role. I can travel it, but I merely tell the tale of how it begins and how it will end.
So you don't harbor any ill will to our world?
I did for some time. But no more. I've given up those thoughts. They don't serve anyone. Least of all me. I mean, travel to any time, to any place. Why would I harbor ill will? I can live so much life. At least while I still have it. Afraid die soon.
Can you even die?
In a manner of speaking, I can. And already, machinations, conspirators have arranged for my party.
If you deal with time, what happens if you're gone?
Very good question. One that I'm sure you will have to answer.
Okay. Well, is there anything we can do to stop it?
Perhaps. But there is nothing I can do to. Because, I said, do not interfere in time. Simply tell its tale.
Can you tell us who wants to kill you? Or do we already know?
You know him. He's been following you every step of the way. And at that moment, see a man at the opposite end of the square, and you recognize the curly hair, dark curls on top of his head, the sun-kissed skin, dark features, the ageless look of Adam as he stares at the blue creature sitting there amongst you all. And at that moment, you also see from another angle, motorcycle pull up. And the man steps off the motorcycle, tossing the helmet aside. You see the dark curly hair, your brother, Marcus, back from the dead, unsheathing his sword. And at that same time, cars wheel up and unload as Henrietta and the demon Crowley and their horde of demons unload out of the cars. And then another car pulls up and out steps Asmodeus. and a cadre of demons as well.
I step up to Kronos and I say, I don't know what'll happen with time when you're gone, but I do know that if any one of, and I point to like all of the people pulling up, if any one of these things were to wield your power, that it would not be a good thing. So I'm sorry. And I put my hand on his shoulder and I tell Ishara, feed.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay. Need you. Dating what I want you to roll here. I want you to roll a under pressure, I think.
How many demigods do you think we can get in this party before we just like start blowing up cities by accident? Like,
Before you give him the answer to that, seeing everyone show up and pretty much everyone we are well aware is an enemy.
mm-hmm.
I tell Cipher, whatever you can do, we need to cause a lot of chaos.
Carman!
I grab the biggest gun I can find in this car, and I just start shooting at any one of these targets I can get a shot off.
You pop open a compartment in the back floor of the vehicle you were just in, and there you find a pair of Uzis. And as you lock and load, you start aiming, firing. Now, several things are all happening now.
Yeah.
Cipher, are you doing anything to the car?
Probably. Has shit like happened now? Have you started shooting? Or
Well, I told you that and then started looking for the car, so whatever, or through the car for a...
I'll wait till
Guns and
things
shit.
like start going on before I do anything.
Okay. So you're holding, waiting to set the car off.
As Jason is
And
given,
I guess this is the pressure you're acting on.
as Jason's given Kronos a good shoulder massage, I pull out Excalibur and Daddy's sword.
Oh yeah, Daddy's sword coming.
In a dual wielding kind of like action, so that I can throw Excalibur out to do his own shit later. As he can act independently, just let him do what he wants.
Dawn, where are you going?
I don't know. I feel like she's just frozen.
Go ahead and roll 2d6.
I rolled a 9.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if I add anything to that or not.
You do not. Okay. Second here. Oh. 9. Okay. You feel frozen, but also feel a surge of power as the creature inside yourself awakens. That essence of Antiope gives your next spell extra power. That we'll get to that. But lastly, as all these enemies begin to approach either your own party or one another for their own ends, there is a sudden flap of wings as the angel known as Redurio and several of her angels flanking her land. And she looks over at Eros and says, "You wouldn't start the party without me, would you?" And Olivia, you're standing there taking in all these enemies ready to fight. And Eros steps in front of you. And with his hammer coming out of his sleeve, ready and gripping it, ready to attack, you hear him say, "Get behind me, pumpkin." Which seems very weird to all of you within earshot. But Olivia, it would be strange for you if the tone of voice and that word didn't bring you back. Back years ago, you lost your family. Your whole world changed. And that's where we will pick up next time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Can't wait for our next exciting episode. Hope you had fun. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.